I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I really liked him.
And have you seen his diplomatic passport?
Well, yeah, because you have to give it to the court. Let me just set something straight. I've not paid for anything.
Has he been in a Dubai prison and is he banned from coming over
He's
to
not
the country?
been in a Dubai prison. It was another, as they say, jail.
You are technically going through the menopause, that you're not. From the start, how did you meet Lee?
But no one is ever going to believe it until you've experienced it yourself. I was finished with JJ, scrolling on Instagram, and I had a suggestion come up. And straight away I thought, who the is this? Not even thinking that I'd get a reply. And then 3 days later, I got a reply. We then exchanged WhatsApp. And from that moment, non-stop, we'd be FaceTiming for hours in the day till late at night. It'd be like 3 or 4 in the morning to him. Obviously, he's 4 or 5 hours, I think it is, in front. I thought I'd been in love before, but this feels different. It's not even lust. There's no lust there. It's just instant connection on all levels. And I hadn't even had sex. I fell in love with him before even having sex. Same with him. No one will ever believe it because unfortunately, people have seen what's been written. Exes have done stories and all of that. So,
you mentioned love and sex and stuff. I've always said you're not a sex addict, you're a love addict. I think you are addicted to love. Is that fair?
Who doesn't love being in love? And if you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. So he booked my flight within 3 days.
And he paid for it?
Paid for it. I've never, let me just set something straight. I've not paid for anything.
Wow.
Nothing. Not a penny. Not my flights. Nothing. So paid for first class flight out to Dubai. And then he's like, well, we just knew when we met that. I can't explain, but I just knew it was the one. And then we just got married so quick. But then we wasn't legally married until I think it was a week ago. I've got my marriage certificate because you have to go to the courts, you have to do it in front of the judge, you have to have it stamped and all of that properly. It felt amazing because we kept looking at the certificate, kept looking at it, our names and everything. Yes, he used his diplomatic passport for his number on it. He is a diplomat and he has got a diplomat passport despite everyone saying he hasn't.
And have you seen his diplomatic passport?
Well, yeah, because you have to give it to the court.
A whole raft of stories came out basically
God,
saying...
just did it, Jesus.
Saying your new man is effectively a Walter Mitty figure, i.e.
I didn't even know who Walter Mitty is.
Famous film. So, he's a con man, he's a con artist, he's out to get your money, he's a scammer, he'd proposed to another woman identically 4 months prior.
Alana, he did. He was with her 4 months. They were on and off, on and off, on and off. I've seen all the text messages, spoke to the dad, spoke to the ex-wife, his proper ex-wife. Then a week after they got engaged, they split.
Does it upset you or worry you?
No, I wind him up, say, oh, you did it in the same place, copy and paste.
Yeah. What did he say to that?
He laughed and his ex-wife's like, yeah, he can be stupid like that. He doesn't think like that, but he thought it'd be romantic. Because obviously no one knew it would come out. Come on, my track record, how many times I've been engaged, but you can be engaged to anyone, but when you actually get married, it's different.
Yeah.
Some people can get engaged just to shut that person up because they want engagement or whatever. I don't know how he's been a con artist and a scammer. I don't get that bit.
He did an AI photo with Kim Kardashian and Elon Musk.
But I've seen all that contract.
And what's that all about? What was that?
I've seen it all, and loads of people can AI stuff. I mean, look, I've got an AI channel with me. You can talk to me and it's all AI. Loads of people airbrush their pictures. So he's not doing anything wrong to other people, but how it's written and how it looks. But he's no con man and he's no scammer. I don't know. When they say he's scammed, what has he scammed?
One of his ex-girlfriends said to you, Katie, run for the hills. And obviously reading all of this stuff, was there a part of you that was prepared to believe all these women and dump him?
Obviously, my choice with him, and you hear all this, it crosses your mind. But it was still early days and I would have to find out myself because I know myself, being in the industry 30 years, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I really liked him, fell in love with him, had that connection. There was no love bombing. It was completely equal. If you looked at our message, completely, utterly equal. And I know all about his ex. She obviously loves the fame because she won't let it go. Even though we're married, she's still going on and on. I've seen the messages on his phone, spoke to his dad, spoke to the ex-wife. I know all about her, all what happened. If it makes her feel good to do all this, she looks stupid because I know the truth.
Yeah.
He gave her money, and he was helping her set up her property portfolio, put money into that, and he still never got the money back. In fact, while we was over there, he was messaging them and they were messaging back saying she doesn't work for them anymore. They will sort his money out to give it back. She's never given him money. That is wrong. If anything, she took loads from him. I've seen it all. So yeah, that was that. And then obviously being out in Dubai, meeting his dad and his ex-wife, I've seen her about 3 times now. We've had a drink together. He said, have you still got my book of stuff? And like from when I was at Cambridge, this and that. And his dad said, yeah, said where it was.
Did he really go to Cambridge University?
He went to Cambridge. I have seen...
What college did he go
everything. Oh, I didn't look at it. There was so much paperwork. His PhD, it's like in a binder like that. Looked through all of it. I proper looked at everything because the stamps, they're like in wax, some of them. You can't... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't. They're not.
Even
they're not
ChatGPT
fake.
can't do that.
And you know when you've got like certificates and it's got the watermarks in them. It's all like that. Everything he's shown me is so legit. I'm not stupid. I act stupid, but I'm not stupid. When you see it there and then, they're not copies. They're originals.
And did you get a prenup? Or people telling you to get a prenup?
No.
Is that because you think he's not after your money?
I've not paid for anything.
Really?
And I think
that makes a change.
If he was after my money, which he doesn't need to be because he's got loads himself, he'd be very stupid to, because he knows I will never give any man any money. Never. To shut everyone up, I've not paid for anything. He pays for my flights. There, home. I don't pay for anything.
The other thing that I did want to ask you, well, I was going to ask him if he was here, that he said on his LinkedIn that he'd worked for the Prince's Trust, which is now the King's Trust, and that he was effectively some sort of director of philanthropy, I think. And the King's Trust had come out and said, we don't recognise him and he has never worked with us or for us. So
I have no idea about that. You'd have to ask him yourself.
Okay, but things like that doesn't worry you?
Well, no, because he goes under Dr. Lee Andrews, then it's Lee Andrews, then it's Wesley Andrews. He's got all, No, I honestly believe it because I've seen it all.
Yeah.
And it's hard because I've got so many people saying, Kate, walk away, what you doing? My instinct, there's nothing in my instinct at all.
Has he been in a Dubai prison and is he banned from coming over to the country?
He's not been in a Dubai prison. It was another, you'd have to ask him that
But
yourself.
you said it was only 10 days.
But he's never been... 10 days, but he's never been in a Dubai prison.
Was it in Africa? You said it was...
something like Africa or somewhere.
Do you have each other's passwords and things like that?
He's given me his password to his Instagram, Facebook, all of this, his phone. But I don't take advantage, I don't look because...
You trust him?
Trust him. I came to I've learnt now that I don't need a man. I always used to need a man in my life, whereas now I don't need a man. If I want a man, it's because I want them. Yes, I met Lee. Didn't tell anyone I'd met him, because I know that people would be like, yeah, you don't know him. And I knew they'd be like that. But you know what? I generally am so happy. It just happened there. I'm 47, 48 this year. Like, I know we weren't legally married and we got engaged, but then I did tell them, but they're like, we found out in the papers, but I did message them that we'd done it before it got in the papers. And of course my family are going to worry. Of course, I wouldn't expect anything different. They love me and they've seen me go through so much heartache. So I don't blame them for being pissed off and angry. They love me and that's it. And I love them too. But then they have to realise that I'm not a kid anymore. I am an adult. I'm a grown woman and I'm entitled to, and I can make my own choices, and I will. I've been through so much heartache and heartbreak and traumas that if for some reason it never worked, I'd be okay because I can deal with it because I've done it so many times before. Touch wood, it never will, and it carries on being as wonderful as it is. And I've met Lee and I'm generally happy. Like, I've put on weight.
How much weight have you put on?
Half a stone.
That's nothing. You needed to put it on. You just put more on.
Wait, is it half a stone? I was 48 kilograms. I'm now 54.
You are technically going through the menopause, are you not?
I am going, I'm on HRT, although I did come off it a month ago. I was only on it 2 months because I didn't feel it made any difference.
So you've got to stick with it, they say.
Yeah, so I'm actually seeing a doctor today about all of it. I would love to have kids with Lee in the future. He hasn't got kids. He would like kids.
Tell us about the perimenopause symptoms that you're experiencing.
Oh, these perimenopause, the sweats at night. You wake up and you're like, if I myself. The back of the neck, sweat, sweat, sweat. Everywhere. And you asked me the name of my cat earlier. I was like, oh my God, I can't even remember.
Yeah, I did.
It is brain fog.
Yeah.
I am 47 and it's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about that. You can have help, HRT and all of that. It's just the way it is. And I'm blessed that I have got 5 children anyway. I'm happy with it. If it happens, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're all still going to age. I'm never going to look young, But I still feel young in my head and I'm very young at heart.
Same.
And that's just what keeps me going. I'm definitely not a typical 47-year-old. And
are you proud of the kids?
I'm so proud. Like, Junior's music is absolutely amazing. Princess, she's just a mini me. She really is a mini me.
Yeah.
Apart from she doesn't do the glamour side, what I started off with. I always say, Princess, you would do so good on OnlyFans. You don't have to show nothing. You could be so good in just underwear and swimwear. And she's like, Mum, I'm not you.
God, I love her. I love you.
She just won't. She won't do surgery. She won't do any of that, which is good because they've seen what I've gone through. So
good.
At least that's helped. So Princess has gone off on a job and I haven't seen Pete for 9 years. And this is so ironic. So I'm on the phone FaceTiming Princess and she goes, oh, I'm here with Dad. I was like, oh, okay, say hello. And she turned the phone to Pete and Lee was like here with me because we was having dinner. So I was like, oh, hi, Pete. I went, oh, hi, this is Lee.
Oh, she's
So Pete, me and Lee were all talking. You couldn't have been in any more surreal situation. I was like, oh, hello, ex-husband. Welcome to my new husband. Like, what the going on here? And then they were just having a little chit chat and Pete was like, I'm really happy and I hope you're both happy. And
I love Pete. Still love Pete.
That was that.
Final question, people reading this or watching this at home, can you reassure everyone that you haven't fallen for a con man and that you are genuinely, internally happy?
I can reassure everyone at home, I haven't gone for a con man, haven't gone for a scammer. I've gone for a beautiful human being who generally makes me happy, who I'm so in love with. He ticks every box. Manifest, everyone, 1111. Like, he just ticks every box and makes me so happy. And if I'm happy, please be happy for me.